In October 2020, Michael, you received notice that you met all the criteria to become a practicing attorney and full member of the State Bar of Michigan. I know you to possess the required integrity, mental tenacity, and knowledge of the law to be granted admission to the State Bar of Michigan and the practice of law. This honorable court and your father-in-law has jurisdiction in this matter and has authority to admit Michael A. Stolte to the practice of law within this and all other courts within the state of Michigan. And at this point, I move for your admission as a full member of the State Bar of Michigan before this court and all courts within the state of Michigan. Nicole. I feel like this is a little Groundhog's Day, but I have known you your whole life and know that you have the required integrity, mental tenacity, and knowledge of the law to be granted admission to the State Bar. You have also graduated from Michigan State University School of Law in 2020, obtaining the degree of Juris Doctor. You graduated summa cum laude from Michigan State University College of Law, finishing 7th in your class and earning multiple jurisprudence awards for having the highest grade in the class. You also received notice that you met all criteria to become a practicing attorney and full member of the State Bar of Michigan. In addition to your high academic achievements, you also, like your husband, have significant work achievements. You worked for Mike Nichols. You had a great job with the Attorney General's office. You have a job with Miller Canfield, and you have been working with your aunt and uncle at Springstead, Barter, Borgula, and Lynch. I think I got all of them. All of that work experience that the two of you have is going to make you better attorneys and more prepared to start your full careers. And I could not be happier than to move for your admission to the State Bar in this court and all other courts in the state of Michigan.
Thank you, Ms. Springstead. So now is a time where, as a judge, I'm supposed to say some really witty things and give you some really sage advice about how to conduct yourselves as attorneys and members of the bar. But certainly I wouldn't have let you be my son-in-law if you didn't already know how to do those things. And hopefully, Nicole, I raised you to know how to be an honorable person in the profession. But I still have a few things that I found online that I thought were kind of appropriate. And so number one, this is something that I always try to do, maybe sometimes better than others, but leave all your work problems at the door of your home. Many young lawyers have bad days, and old lawyers do as well. It's very important to pay attention. Do not bring your problems inside your home. Treat your problems as a work bag and drop it at the front door before you enter your home. When you leave your home again, either the problems will be there where you left them, or they may have disappeared. This one was, I remember this one quite fondly, but this one says, you're not a lawyer when you graduate law school. You're not even a lawyer when you pass the bar exam or you're admitted to the bar. When you can face a client or an opponent or a judge without an overwhelming urge to throw up, then you're a lawyer. It takes a little while for that to go away. The other thing, I guess the one word of advice that I do have is that what Sandra Day O'Connor said is, I've watched with great sadness the decline in esteem held by your society of lawyers. There must be a rediscovery of civility in the profession. And that's something that my mentors, Judge Thomas and Judge Montan, always urged and sometimes had to school the other attorneys from outside of the county on, is that this really is a civil practice law, and we're bigger than the case. And then, I guess one final word of advice would be preparation is the be-all of good trial work. Everything else, felicity of expression, improvisational brilliance, is a satellite around the sun. Thorough preparation is that sun. So that is how you be the best lawyer, to be fully prepared. Now, as a judge, and hopefully you as attorneys, will have an occasion to say something as witty, and as telling as Justice Scalia said. I found one of my favorite quotes from him, especially since I have a kind of a newfound passion for golf. This one comes from the May 2001 opinion, PGA Tour versus Martin. And the question was whether a handicapped golfer can use a motorized cart. So, and this is just an excerpt from what Justice Scalia said. If one assumes, however, that the PGA Tour has some legal obligation to play classic platonic golf, and if one assumes the correctness of all the other wrongs, turns that the court has made to get us to this point, then we justices must confront what is indeed an awesome responsibility. It has been rendered the solemn duty of the Supreme Court of the United States, laid upon it by Congress in pursuance of the federal government's power to regulate commerce with foreign nations and among several states, and decide what golf is. I am sure that the framers of the Constitution were aware of the 1457 edict from King James II of Scotland prohibiting golf because it interfered with the practice of archery, and that they fully expected that sooner or later the paths of golf and government and the law and the links would once again cross, and that the justices of this august court would someday have to wrestle with the age-old jurisprudence question, which for many years of study in law have so well prepared them for, is riding around a golf course from shot to shot really a golfer? The answer we learn is yes. The court ultimately concludes that it's henceforth be the law of the land that walking is not fundamental to the aspect of golf. So I thought that was particularly witty, but also it also tells us that sometimes the most simple problems have bigger ramifications when you look at them through the eyes of the Constitution. With that, I would turn it over to our county clerk for the administration of the oath.
Where do I need? Good afternoon. Can you hear me okay? All right. Thank you for having me today. I appreciate it. My name is Jason Vanderstel, the Newaygo County Clerk. I appreciate the opportunity to share in this special day with you today. I'm going to read a couple oaths for you. I'm going to start with Nicole. Nicole, after each statement that I say, if you could just say I will, I would appreciate that. So please raise your right hand and repeat, and please raise your right hand. I do solemnly swear.
I will.
Okay. I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Michigan.
I will.
I will maintain the respect due to courts of justice and judicial officers.
I will.
I will not counsel or maintain any suit or proceeding which shall appear to me to be unjust, nor any defense except such as I believe to be honestly debatable under the law of the land.
I will not.
I will employ for the purpose of maintaining the causes confided to me such means only as are consistent with truth and honor, and will never seek to mislead the judge or jury by any artifice or false statement of fact or law.
I will.
I will maintain the confidence and preserve, inviolate the secrets of my client, and will accept no compensation in connection with my client's business, except with my client's knowledge and approval.
I will.
I will abstain from all offensive personality and advance no fact prejudicial to the honor or reputation of a party or witness unless required by the justice of cause with which I am charged.
I will.
I will never reject from any consideration personal to myself the cause of the defenseless or oppressed, or delay any cause for lucre or malice.
I will not.
And I will, in all other respects, conduct myself personally and professionally in conformity with the high standards of conduct imposed upon members of the bar as conditions for the privilege to practice law in this state.
I will.
All right, congratulations, Nicole.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, Michael.
Yes.
If you could please raise your right hand I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly
I-
swear
I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Michigan.
I will.
I will maintain the respect due to courts of justice and judicial officers.
I will.
I will not counsel or maintain any suit or proceeding which shall appear to me to be unjust, nor any defense except such as I believe to be honestly debatable under the law of the land.
I will not.
I will employ for the purpose of maintaining the causes confided to me such means only as are consistent with truth and honor, and will never seek to mislead the judge or jury by any artifice or false statement of fact or law.
I will.
I will maintain the confidence and preserve inviolate the secrets of my client, and will accept no compensation in connection with my client's business, except with my client's knowledge and approval.
I will.
I will abstain from all offensive personality and advance no fact prejudicial to the honor or reputation of a party or witness unless required by the justice of the cause with which I am charged.
I will.
I will never reject from any consideration personal to myself the cause of the defenseless or oppressed, or delay any cause for lucre or malice.
I will.
And I will, in all other aspects, conduct myself personally and professionally in conformity with the high standards of conduct imposed upon members of the bar as conditions for the privilege to practice law in this state.
I will.
All right, thank you, Michael. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, in the matter of Nicole Elizabeth Springstead Stolte and Michael A. Stolte, the court does find that the Michigan State Board of Law Examiners, having certified both of your legal learning and ability to discharge the duties of an attorney and counselor at law and in chancery, and the court being satisfied thereof that the applicants are of good moral character, and upon motion of Julie Springstead Walls, it is ordered by this court now here that Nicole Elizabeth Springstead Stolte and Michael A. Stolte are hereby admitted and licensed to practice as an attorney and chancellor at law in several courts of this state. It is further ordered that upon entry of this order that Nicole Elizabeth Springstead Stolte and Michael A. Stolte took and subscribed their oath of office prescribed by the Constitution of the state, and that they should be subjected to the role of attorneys pursuant to the rules and practice of said court. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll end this session of court.
Here, Gavin.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Jason.
Have a great day,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Who is the clerk?